You know that Minister of Foreign Affairs provided very clear statement of how we see the events. It's an act of aggression. Then the President, Japarov, made a statement on September 20th in New York and addressed the session of the UN General Assembly. It's the highest tribune to make that statement. So we do understand the responsibility that goes with that statement. And he said that we respect the obligations, we respect the principle pacta sunt servanda. We have legal documents that must be used to stabilize the situation and solve any issues. But the violence, the aggression, the crisis is not the way to solve it. And one-way pressure to get benefits of the situation that you want, or to improve situation in the negotiations at this stage, or to improve one point of the negotiation is not a way to solve it. And the most important issue I heard from the message provided by the President is that we open for mediation support. We ready for any mediation support that will allow to clarify what happened, because we know what happened there. It was an act of aggression. We are ready to work with a team that will help us to stabilize the situation, to mediate the dispute, and if possible, find a better way for sustainable solution. Unfortunately, it was an objective necessity to provide those very direct statements from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the President of the country. Because, as I said, many people were injured or killed. And more than 100,000 of people were moved because of that danger. And we cannot ignore the situation and allow it to happen again. So our President specifically referred to UN to provide any mediation effort that is possible or support that is possible to solve the problem. And Minister of Justice, of course, in close cooperation with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and diplomats of the President's administration, and following their way, we're ready to move in that direction. So if you will send your consultants or you provide your advice, how we can go there, in which directions, we are ready to negotiate. Of course, we have our own analysis, our own steps forward. It means that we're ready to refer to any mechanism that is under UN system. If it helps us to have better results in the spheres of diplomacy, negotiations, I don't know, logistical support, better safety, expertise support, and then as a Minister of Justice, I can say that we're ready to refer to legal instruments that are proposed or provided by the UN system. If necessary, messages, formal application to all institutions that are relevant according to the situation. And if you say about legal expertise, we are even ready to think about the International Court of Justice. If not for full, how to say it, if not in a standard dispute resolution process, but consultative opinion or any other expert support. Because we hear from the Tajik side that they refer to legal documents, they interpret the history, they refer to maps that had a place like 100 years ago. That's a way that could be manipulated by both sides, but we don't go there. We want to solve everything in the light, in the sphere of pre-established international mechanisms, pre-established principles must be there. Because we think that events of September 14 and 17 directly violate core principles provided in the UN Charter. So please, we as a Ministry of Justice echo the positions provided by the President. We're ready to cooperate under any mediation efforts of the UN system that helps us to go over the crisis.